What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be looking at a hand from a pro's perspective. In this case, the hero we'll be looking at is Mikki, and the villain is going to be JRB. This hand was played on August 26th on Hustler Casino Live, and I watched basically every stream. This was without a doubt a top 3 stream for Hustler Casino Live in my book. The action was incredible. The commentary was no less than spectacular, with two legends in the booth, being Bart Hansen and Nick Vertucci. Bart Hansen being probably the best commentator in poker right now, hands down. And Nick Vertucci obviously being a great color commentary guy. He's also a partial owner in Hustler Casino Live, so I just have a ton of respect for the guy. This was also the longest high-stakes poker stream in Hustler Casino Live history, and for any high-stakes poker production that I'm aware of. And lastly, the lineup was just ridiculous. JRB ended up having the biggest single-session win in Hustler Casino Live history. He was up over 800K at the end of the night, so I highly recommend going back and watching some of the hands from the stream. It was just an amazing production overall, and truly, as viewers, we are extremely blessed to even be able to watch a production like this for free. So luckily for us, JRB's hand is not shown until the very end of the hand, but in the future I plan on making some of these, and I will be blurring out the villain's hand so you as the viewer can actually play the hand yourself and see what it would be like to play a high stakes poker game and be put in tough spots by some of the game's best. So that is what I intended this video, the purpose of the video to be. I hope you guys, I'll pause, after each street, give you guys a little bit of insight from my own opinions, but, I want you guys as the viewer to play the hand yourself in Mikki's shoes. So, without further ado, let's jump into the hand.
But I had exactly what I said I had. Actually, I was hoping Alan had a 6. If he had a 6, he was dead.
No way.
Yeah, dead. I got it all. If you have a 6, I get it all.
JRB here, pre-flop raiser, cannot see his hand, but
I was praying you had a 6.
Never notched up.
Mikki's not going anywhere, pocket 3s.
I turned a double gutter and hit gin with 7 to make.
And JR is going to come in here too.
If you have a 6, you make an 8 high straight.
Yeah.
So obviously pre-flop we saw JRB raise to 3K under the gun. Mikki called in the big blind, and then JR is going to call in the 800. So obviously they're playing 200, 400, 800, so 3K, that's pretty much the standard open for this game. And on the flop, we see it goes check, check to JRB, who goes with a 2/3 pot sizing for 6K, and Mikki and JR are both going to call. Mikki obviously is going to call on this board because he's beating so many of JRB's raising hands. All the 2 high card combinations. This is not really a great flop for the pre-flop raiser in general. So I think it's an easy call in Mikki's position. JR is also going to call with a gut shot to the 5. Pretty standard stuff here. And yeah, let's get into the turn.
It was so sick.
Very beautiful.
That was like that was the most beautiful river. I can't remember hitting a more beautiful river on such a massive pot.
What about the aces versus kings?
Huh?
What about the aces versus kings?
All right, so I'm just going to pause it here. Actually, I'll let you guys see a little bit.
Oh, you
yeah, JRB bets 20K. It goes check, check, JRB bets 20K into 27K, right? So this is like over 70% pot sizing here. I think this is a big tell into JRB's hand. I really highly doubt he's bluffing here anymore. I think he's either on something like a really strong draw, flush draw, or he maybe hit that king on the turn. That's a pretty good card for his range here. I really just don't see how it goes check, check. He bets 6K on the flop. And then it goes call, call, and he would ever stab here for, a second barrel if he's bluffing. So I think this is a pretty easy fold for JR here. Obviously, he folds because I told you guys the hand is going to be Mikki's the hero and JRB's the villain. But here in Mikki's spot, he's kind of in a tough one. But I'll let it play out, and you guys can make your own decision here. Oh, whoops.
Lost that hand. Never mind.
Ace king versus.
Yeah, that wasn't so beautiful.
That was less cool.
No,
No, you want ace king.
You did wear an ace king versus kings. Those were 2 rivers.
no, dude.
Those were more beautiful.
I've run like God today. It's insane.
JR here with a double barrel. Great double barrel card here, king and diamonds. Whether he has it or not, this probably should take it down. Mikki's thinking about it.
Say that again, Bart. Who's thinking about?
Trying to
Mikki.
figure out how to make
Okay,
straight
got it.
10
Got it.
jack.
Okay. I misheard. That's what.
Oh,
I thought you said JR's thinking about it. I'm like, well,
6 was a 9.
not yet.
If I have 1 diamond, we could still possibly work out a flush here.
well, he's going to call. He's going to call. He could have the best hand, but I think that JRB's going to run a bluff if he does. Well, River's a heart, which might shut things.
So I want to pause it here and just make a note for you guys. I don't want to influence the way you're going to, play out this hand at all, but I really think Mikki did a couple things wrong in this hand. I actually think the strongest play here would have been to either fold on the flop. Actually, no, excuse me. I think he should have folded on the turn or raised on the turn. I don't think calling the turn was a good play by any means. Because if JRB's on a draw and he check raises, maybe 3 or 4 times JRB's turn bet, maybe something like 70 or even 75K, it would put JRB's draws into a really, really tough spot. And I think Mikki can also be representing a lot of like potential 2 pairs here, maybe 4-6 suited, maybe even like a strong like King Jack, something like along those lines. But I really just think check raising here is a much stronger play. Just because JRB has played the hand, so he's just been so polarized the entire time. So I almost just think, calling here and then checking the river, which is obviously what he's going to do, is just a really weak spot, because even if JRB is bluffing here, he's going to just size up on the river, and, Mikki just doesn't have any showdown value here, really. So I think, because the board was so wet for flush draws here, I think charging him extra on the turn could get a potential fold out of a lot of draws. And, also you're only really risking the odds of JRB calling a big bet if he, potentially has a hand with showdown value already. So, like, if that king hit him, which is, it's possible, but I just don't know if this was the most winning play, but I'm going to let it play out, and you guys can make your decision here.
Things down. Oh, this is really interesting here. This is really interesting because we don't know what JRB has, and if he bets, it is kind of polarizing here. We've seen him doing a lot of check back with medium strength hands.
You could have checked and won.
I mean, obviously he could have a flush too. But he's bet almost
What is it?
100,000.
I'm sorry, buddy. I think I locked your 100 up.
This could be just the ace of hearts here. Let's see if we're gonna see it. Are we gonna see it?
I want to see that one.
Oh,
I really want to see that one.
when he bets 100,000 there, I mean, he's betting a flush. Well, he had a flush. He had a flush. That makes sense.
And we do end up seeing JRB's hand. He did have a flush. He actually made a straight 2 on the river. So, like I said, I mentioned that, maybe check raising on the turn for Mikki would be his best play. And I still believe that. But obviously, now that we can see JRB's hand, he wasn't folding a flush draw plus a gut shot to a 7. Especially knowing JRB's image. The dude's up a crazy amount tonight. He's probably just going to be giving action as well. So, that's always something to take into consideration when you're on the felt. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this hand. I think there's a lot to learn from every hand, even when, it's great to be put in tough spots like here, with pocket threes. Mikki actually made a great call on the turn, if you think about it, right? He had the best hand. JRB just got there on the river, and that was kind of the story of the night. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe give me some comments for things I could improve on, maybe some things that you guys enjoyed. And, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.